Hello, everyone. How are you? Today, I will tell you about Jordan Peterson's advice for people dealing with depression. The first thing I would suggest is that if someone is dealing with serious depression, trying antidepressants can be a good idea. If they're really struggling, it's important to remember that if they lose their life, you won't be able to help them anymore. If you're going through a tough time, you have a responsibility to yourself to grab onto any lifeline that's offered to you. When I work with clients who are in severe trouble, I often remind them not to dismiss any potential solutions outright because they might not have the option to do so. Antidepressants can benefit many people, and there are scientific reasons behind why they can be effective. It's not about your beliefs. If something helps, it's worth trying. A lot of times, people who are depressed face multiple challenges, and there can be many reasons for their condition. One common issue is a lack of structure in their lives. You can think of this in terms of the story of Peter Pan. Peter Pan refuses to grow up and ends up being the ruler of Neverland, which isn't a real place. Being the king of something that doesn't exist isn't helpful. Similarly, people who don't have enough order in their lives can feel overwhelmed. For instance, if someone tells me they're depressed, I ask a standard set of questions. One of the first is whether they have a job. If they don't, that can be a major problem because having no job often disrupts their biological rhythms. Without a set schedule, there's no reason to go to bed or wake up at consistent times. This can throw off their circadian rhythms, which may lead to depression, especially if they start napping during the day. Not having a job also means they likely lack purpose, and people don't do well without a purpose. Positive emotion is closely tied to pursuing meaningful goals. We know this from neuroscience. Most of the happiness people experience doesn't come from achieving goals, but from making progress toward them. This is why some people feel down even after accomplishing something significant, like completing a PhD. They've spent years working toward it, and when it's done, they don't know what to do next. The sense of aimlessness can be disheartening. Positive emotion comes from moving towards something you value, not just attaining it. This is why drugs like cocaine and amphetamines are appealing. They activate the brain systems related to goal pursuit. If someone doesn't have a job, they lose structure and a sense of direction, which makes things even harder.